Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? This is Dalton. I'm outside enjoying this beautiful day out here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And basically, I got a quick story time for you. Now, when I lived in Seattle, and I lived there for about 6.5 years, okay? So when I lived in Seattle, as I've told you probably in the past, I went to school up there as well. All right, so one of the classes I had to take, because I was taking computer application support, and one of the classes I had to take was called technical writing. If you don't know what that means basically you translate the actual technical writing that people write for a device, a computer, whatever, and you translate it into layman terms where everybody could articulate it and understand it. It was a hard class, but it was a fun class. I had a really cool teacher. Well, there was this girl, and I remember she was a Gemini. All right, me and her, we collaborated on a couple assignments, and me and her got along real good. I mean, dude, I was gonna be dating that girl, and she didn't mind. Okay, so we had a guy in there, a young man in there, another student. Which before we even started class, our teacher was kind of cool because she helped educate us about this young guy. He was special needs, but he was super smart, and he was autistic. And what most people don't understand, that autism has different levels. There's a highly functional level of autism, and some say that Bill Gates has a very functional level of autism. That's why he's able to articulate things that most people can't and understand them. Okay, but even if you watch his movements when he talks and stuff like that, it'll show that he has a really high IQ, a high understanding, but sometimes he have a hard time figuring out where to put his hands or something like that. Okay, and she let us know also, if he's having a bad day, that there was a special person that she called to come and help him out. Okay, and a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, there's just a lot of different levels of autism, and it's not just one where you see a child having a hard time speaking, because what it is, autism. Quickly, I'll tell you, it was defined as we as humans have filters, so we can let certain things in at certain times and block certain things, right? Well, autism is, in a sense, they don't have filters, so everything comes at them at one time. And they see and sense everything all at once on like a continuous basis. Now, I talk to him every once in a while, quick chats. One day, he said he looked at the girl the young lady that I was pairing up with, and he said out loud, she's a Satanist. And we were all like, okay. And he said that about 2 or 3 times. He said, and he looked at me and says, she's a Satanist. And we're like, okay, he's about to have a bad day, because he kept saying that she was a Satanist. Someone who worships Satan. And And I'm just like, I don't know where the hell he got that. But he would say some stuff and we just blow it off, right? So that evening, and she was really mad. She was really mad, right? But she was just keeping it cool because you understand, sometimes you got to have extra tolerance with people who have abnormal behavior. So we're walking and we're talking, and we're really connecting. So she's like, well, you want to get some coffee? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, well, we can see where it goes from there. And I'm like, oh, we're taking this to a new level, right? And oh my God, she was just so hot. And she just knew how, just some of the ways that she dressed got me. But this day, she was looking all hot and she had this sexy schoolgirl outfit on. Oh my God. And so, I'm already, in love. So the funny part about it is, so we're in a deep conversation. We got our coffee. I paid. No problem. And we started talking about the young man in class, and then she started getting upset, and I was like, yeah, I was like, well, it's just weird that he's just gonna call you that, And she's always wore this ring, and the ring is it's a Wiccan symbol. And if you don't know what Wiccan is basically, they're like white witches, They're not bad people at all. Their religion, they worship, I believe it's the earth, okay? Because I had some friends that were Wiccans when I lived in Seattle. I wasn't, but I had some friends that were. And, oh man, she said, yeah, he just really upset me. He really upset me saying that. And I said, well, it's just weird how you just pick you out. I said, but who knows how people's mind run. And she says to me, oh no, don't get me wrong. He was right. She said, you see, I used to be a Wiccan. She said, but I decided to try Satanism. And that's why, because I thought maybe she just had a ring on wrong. She goes, that's why my ring is actually upside down. So I'm like, okay. I said, so you a Satanist? She goes, yes, I am. She goes, and she said, decided to try a little bit, and I found out it was really for me. I like it. I'm like, oh my God. Oh well. And I knew, as much as I liked her, I knew her and I could not mix yolks. Because I'm open-minded, but I ain't that open-minded. And me and her had to part ways. But I'm telling you, boy, it was not easy doing it, because, man, I was about to head on to her house. She invited me over. I was, whoo. Now, I mean, and we communicated and got along great, too. So, that really threw me off. And so, the young man, he was on point. Everybody thought maybe he was just blurring out, but he was actually on point. He saw what nobody else saw. So if you get someone, a child, or someone that may have abnormal behavior and they're trying to tell you something, maybe you should listen. They may see something that you don't. Now, I'm going to give you another one real quick. This one is, I I used to go out to this club all the time, and it was called the Rec Room. It was in Oklahoma, and if you know anything about Oklahoma, it's a Bible Belt type state. So if you're an artist, if you a different color, if you bisexual, straight, gay, it didn't matter. Everybody went to that club, enjoyed themselves, and protected each other. And one day I'm just jamming out, and you know, it was nothing unusual to dance to a song by yourself, all right? And I'm jamming out by myself, just having a really, really good time. And just really into the music. It's a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And then this woman came up, this I was younger, and this young lady come up to me, cute, nervous as all get out. And then she says to me, "Is your name Dalton?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I realized that her hand is shaking. She is nervous. You know what I mean? Really shaking, nervous. And she said, "Please don't hurt me. I'll do anything you ask. Don't hurt me." So I'm like, okay. She done took something and is on a really bad trip. You know what I'm saying? And I said, "Well, what do you mean? What's going on?" And she said, "People told me that you're a warlock." And she said, "And I'm a witch. And she says, I mean you no harm, please don't hurt me." And I grabbed her hand, and I'm telling you, it was shaking. She was acting like I was just, somehow, I told her, I said, first, I don't even know what a warlock is. Second, I'm definitely not one. And third, you need to calm down and relax. Sorry about that. So once she started relaxing and calming down, I don't know if somebody was playing a game on her or something, but she realized I was telling her the truth. And then she said, "Well, sorry." I said, "No, it's all good. It's all good." I said, "But no, I'm not one. I would never lie to you." Okay, I said, "I don't even know what one is." I told her, I said, "But if it's dark and evil, that ain't me." and she, we danced a little bit. She gave me a hug, kissed me on the cheek. She left, and I never saw her again. Weirdest thing. And the club was called the Rec Room. It was in Oklahoma City. Everybody went there. Okay, all the artists and stuff. Punkers, new wavers, everybody. We protected each other. We were a community. Everybody was out there to have fun, just enjoying each other and being who they were. But anyway, that's my second story time. And I just wanted to throw that at y'all. I'm out here walking. I want to throw that at y'all and let y'all know. I ask you to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Click on that little thumb that goes like that. Make sure it turns black. I ask you to hit that red word that says subscribe. Subscribe. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell if you want to know of my other videos and when they come up. I forgot to tell y'all that. You can share this. I appreciate that. And you can comment. You know, I love your comments. And oh, hello to all my new subscribers and my loyal long-term subscribers. What's up? And I guess I'll rap to you later. Peace.